Have you ever wondered why when a brand releases some hardware for your PC, processors, memories, graphics, power supplies, cases, whatever you can think of, storage disks, you name it, that within a model there are different ranges and of course each range has its price. So it goes from a lower range to a lower price, at a higher range at a higher price, always talking, as I said, about the same product model. And in some cases, between the lowest range and the highest range that they say, there is perhaps a difference of $500, $800. Well, today I come to uncover all that lie, in quotation marks, that brands always do to us with marketing. If I told you that brands that manufacture hardware, are they at some point deceiving you? If you don't believe me, stay until the end of the video, because I was looking for information on what brands do or how they do to be able to get more money out of a product by selling it more expensive. And one of the main reasons why brands do that, which is not illegal at all, of course, I want to clarify, it's all legal. It's because in the world of gaming there is a very broad and very consumerist market, and I include myself. We consume a lot of gaming hardware. That's why brands take advantage of this and want to sell you products almost equal to, in some cases, double their value. And I also do this for those people who want to build their new equipment or are looking to change a component of their gaming PC. And this will help them not to look so much at the LED lights, but more than anything at the specifications of the product they want to buy. Of course, if you are one of those people that they don't pay attention to the price, because they have no problem spending thousands of dollars on a product that can make them cheaper, well, this video is not going to be for you, but it is for those people who want to save money. A little money on certain products, and that saves being able to invest it in another component to further improve their gaming PC. I'm going to start with that it is more expensive when building a PC. When we are going to buy the parts, we need 50% has to be dedicated more or less to the graphics card. So I'm going to start with Asus. I clarify that it is nothing against Asus because this is done by all brands, but Asus in its graphics card models have different categories, with different prices and supposedly with different technical specifications, which is what makes a graphics card X and another graphics card much more expensive. You're going to be seeing on the screen now 4 models, as I said, of Asus brand graphics cards. The Prime RTX 5080 Ti, TUF RTX 5080 AUK, Astral RTX 50 AUK, and Port RTX 5080 AUK. As you can see, they are all the same model, but from different categories, you could say. Let's start breaking down the technical characteristics of each graph. The first thing is that we see that the CUDAs are exactly the same in the 4 graphs. 10,752 in the amount of memory, of course. They are all 16 GB GDDR7. Memory and interface, also the 4 of 256-bit. The memory speed, also as you are seeing on the screen, is exactly the same, and the only thing that varies. It is the speed or frequency of the core. And as you are seeing on screen, the Prime has 2,685 MHz, the TUF. So the only thing that changes broadly speaking, and I want to clarify this, everything I am going to do or give the specifications of each type of product is globally. If we get into it thoroughly, yes, we are going to see many differences, but they are not worth it because they are not going to be performance. And we see that the Astral is the one with the highest frequency of nuclei, which is, and let's look at the prices. The Astral has an approximate price. This is depending on where you are, in which country, but it has an approximate price of $1.6. The next one, always talking about the core frequency, is the TUF Gaming that costs $1,550. Then we have the Port, which has a core frequency 2.73, the same as the TUF Gaming, but its value is approximately $2.5. And finally, we go to Prime, which has more or less 95 MHz less than the most powerful, in this case the Astral, and its price is With this, I want to tell you, if you want to buy a graphics card, you don't need to go to the most expensive one of a certain brand. Look at the specifications. Because honestly, what changes is some LED, the design itself of the graphic that is much more attractive. As you can see, the Prime does not. It is not as showy as the Astral or the ProArt. The ProArt and the Astral have a very nice design and visual. What is different? For example, the Astral. It has RGB and has a fan on the back that you think is going to lower you 20 degrees. No need for a fan on the back wall. These graphics, including the Prime, which is the cheapest, will cool almost the same. And the performance that we can have from the Astral, which comes out of 1600 and the Prime of 1250, how many FPS do you think it will be? And not to mention the port that you will pay more than $1,000 compared to the Prime, and it's almost the same. Here we close this topic so that you can take it into account, and we are going to move on to the next component, RAM memory. Another also that there is convenient with LEDs, with frequencies, with latency, and many things that the truth is that if we look very carefully. Now I am going to show you again, it is not worth it in some cases to spend a lot of money or buy the most expensive component. For example, in these memories, I chose the 32 GB kit, two 16 GB memories. The kit is the same, the latency is the same, CL30. It is true that if we look at the complete code from latency, the Trident varies a little. And then I'm going to tell you if it really makes a difference or not. Then the frequency is the same as 6000 megahertz, and then compatibility, both are compatible with both Intel and AMD. And the price, about $140, about $300, half. Going back to the topic of latency, it's true, as I said, that the Trident, in numbers it's a little better, but you're going to play, you're going to use it, you're usually not going to see the difference. Yes, maybe in benchmark or memory stress test it will make a little difference, but that's for those of us who do that kind of thing. So if you're going to buy a memory to play with, as you'll see, you don't need to buy the most expensive one. Let's move on to the processors. In this case, an Intel 2700KF, that is from the 12 series, and a Intel Ultra 9 285. As you can see the cores, the truth is that the i9 obviously has more core. It has 24 against 12 of the 12,700 in threads. It has a very small difference. The Ultra 9 has 24 and the other has 20. And at the maximum frequency, one is 5.7 and the other is 5 gigahertz. And the price is obviously much more expensive. The Ultra is 9 more than the 12,700 KF. And in this case, I don't want to say that the i7 is better than the Ultra 9, obviously not. But what I want you to understand is that if you want a processor to play with, you don't have to spend $600. What's more, you can go to an i5 to play. You don't need to have so many cores or so many threads. With 8 cores and 16 threads, it goes more than well. But of course, we all have in our heads that the more cores, more threads, and more frequency, the more FPS you will do. You're going to do a little better, or in this case, much better. But is it worth spending $500 more to get 250 FPS when your monitor is 165 Hz? Many times I've heard people say, yes, my PC is going to 360 FPS at max 4K Ultra Plus Premium. I made it up. Yes, but your monitor is 100 Hz. What good is it for you? You are demanding a lot from the processor and the graphics card, so that you actually see them at 100 FPS, which is the maximum of that monitor. Well, that's also something important that you have to take into account when assembling your equipment and buying the monitor. And another product that the truth is that sometimes spends too much money. In this case, it is not from the same brand, but I am going to make the comparison as in the previous ones of different brands, different models. But they support the same processor, and I'm talking about motherboards. Well, you're seeing on screen, I wanted to do the example with the Gigabyte Z890 Aorus Elite Xis and the NZXT N9Z890, which is the one I currently have, which I previously had the Gigabyte as well. In this case, the two boards are with LGA 1851 for the processors. Ultra Series 2, also the chipset is obviously the same Z890. The maximum memory that we can install is 256 GB, the same on both boards. Wi-Fi, 7 have the same boards. They have, well, network board with the same speed. M 2 slots. One has 5 and the other has 4 slots. What we can see that can be seen with the naked eye is that the Gigabyte has, obviously, the PCI Express 5 and 2 4, while the NZXT has a 5 and a PCI Express, plus a few other things that don't do to performance. If not, perhaps to have more slots for other types of devices. But is the NZXT really worth paying? That I paid for it, $500. If we can get with the same almost 98% of the same characteristics to one of $200. I repeat, if you want to spend $500 because you like the NZXT, which I bought precisely for that, I was aware that I was paying more than double, buy it. But at a glance you can see, and I'm setting an example with these two boards that I know them, but we can also get some a little cheaper in this type of socket. It is true that since it is new, well, the prices are a little higher, but we can go to LGA socket 1700 or M4 or also for M5. We are also going to see these types of differences that what makes the difference? The brand, the streets, both are very good. The design and the RGB. The NZXT is true that it is a brand that always has its products more expensive than the rest, but it has a lot of LEDs that makes it. That the plaque attracts much more attention. Another thing that, in quotes, brands take advantage of when launching new models. This also applies to the rest of the components such as M2 storage disks, Generation 3, Generation 4, Generation 5. One Generation 3 or 4 is enough. You don't need to pay $300. A Generation 5 disk with ultra-fast reads that you will use to play. It's not worth it. Also with power supplies. Sure, you're going to pay $300 for a power supply because it has RGB. Basically, because you can get the same power in another brand or in the same brand of another model. For example, a 1000W1 at $300 with RGB, with the same certification. Gold Plus, Platinum Plus, Bronze Plus, it's the same. The important thing is that they are certified. I'm not going to tell you to buy one from AliExpress of an unknown brand because in the power supply you have to be careful because if it is not well balanced and not certified, you can burn some component. Also in the liquids, I recommend you from well-known brands not to go to AliExpress. It is true that I have tried, I have presented on the channel and they are good, but of course, I have not tried them in the long term. But you can go for an Arctic that are very economical at a very good price. The Corsair are a little more expensive. The NZXT are very expensive, but it brought out a new NZXT range that are cheaper that in a couple of days I will present to you on the channel. He came out a fortnight ago. So you can also find that with RGB, no RGB, with large LCD screen. What do you want a screen for? You're not going to see a movie. Yes, it's very nice. But if your intention is to save money, don't buy a $400 one with an LCD screen that you can watch up to a movie, because you're not going to see a movie. At the end, you are going to put the CPU, temperatures, or some image that you like, of your partner, your pet, a vacation, or a video of you. Is that really worth it? No, because more or less, all of the recognized brands refrigerate well. So they also take advantage of that. But hey, as I said at the beginning, if you want to spend on the money in something very expensive because you like it visually, you can do it quietly. I'm not telling you not to do it. For those people, as I say, who are just getting into this little world, they should take into account all these kinds of things when buying components. And this can also be applied when buying the cabinet. The only thing I'm going to tell you is to take into account the size of components, and especially the graphics, and the motherboard of the motherboard you're installing. Because you're not going to buy an ATX motherboard and put it in a mini TX case. Of course it won't go in. But if you compare or look for many models of ATX cases, you will see that you have different prices within the different brands that exist. But the best box of $300 is not always going to be higher than that of $100. Because in this case, what is certain is that they vary. The qualities of the materials, the design, if it comes with a lot of tempered glass, which I tell you does not guarantee that the components are colder if the box is larger. I made a video, I'll leave it on the cards, with different sizes of cabinets. And there is no difference if we talk about the internal temperature of the cabinet. There is no difference. If there is, it is 1 or 2 degrees. So, also take into account when buying the cabinet. Another thing, for example, Corsair or NZXT or other brands sell you a case for $200 because they come with 3 RGB fans. You're looking for the model without RGB and it costs you $90. And if you buy separately those same fans or others of another brand, you get $20, $30. You are saving $70 that you could invest in another component a little higher than the one you had already chosen. And the moral of this video is, not all that glitters is gold. So my friends, this is the end of this video tutorial on how not to waste money to be able to invest it in a better component. If you liked it, if it helped you, you leave a like, you subscribe to the channel and share it with your friends, with your family, to be able to make a much larger community of this channel. I would like you to leave me in the comments what you think of this video or what I propose. The issue of brand marketing, and that in a way they take advantage of our disease of buying the best to have 2 more SPFS. Without further ado, thank you very much for being there and see you in the next video. Bye bye.